Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Chris, and I'm here with Kathy. We are Ginger Marvin on Instagram and YouTube. We have another weekend's worth of what sold for you today. Seems like a pretty decent weekend. Probably not the best, not the worst, but right in the middle. So Kathy's going to go ahead and show you what is sold for us over this last weekend.
Hey guys, we'll start with eBay sales. That's where we had the most, like usual. So these are a pair of Dansko. They're called fanny wedges. I just knew that these would sell well. All the Danskos that aren't the typical clogs sell usually really well for me and really fast. The clogs sell really well too, but usually those ones take a bit longer to sell. Anytime it's like a specialty type of Dansko like that, it usually sells within like a week or so, which those ones did. I did pay $12 for those at Goodwill. I listed them for $50 plus shipping, and I sent an offer of $40 plus shipping, and the buyer accepted. So really good sale there. Please don't mind my pajamas. It's Monday, and I don't usually leave the house on Mondays other than a post office run and taking my kid to drop off at school. Right, so these are a pair of Under Armour slide sandals. They're just camo. I did kind of pay up for these. I paid $8.99 for them. I figured I'd at least double my money, and that's fine with me. Camo always sells, and Under Armour with camo attached to it always sells great. So I just listed these, and they sold same day for $24.95 plus shipping on eBay. So, right, next up, these are just some kids' Vans. These were my son's. I don't remember where I got them. He wore them a couple times, and I sold them for $24.95 plus shipping, and that was my list price. Right, so this is a sale that's been listed probably for 2 years now, and I'm just so happy to see them go, even though I've made basically nothing off of them. So hopefully this buyer has no issues, but they're just some J. Crew jeans. I just don't like selling jeans. I just can't. I cannot buy jeans like on the internet and not try them on first, so I just don't know how people can, but yeah. Anyways, these finally sold for $15 free shipping. The shipping was $7.52 because they're heavier than a pound and had to go padded flat rate. So as you can see, not huge money. I did only have 30 cents into those because they came from a garage sale fill-a bag, but yeah, I don't really pick up jeans anymore other than maybe men's Levi's that are really, really cheap. Alright, and then here's another one that I kind of wish I didn't buy, but glad to see it go. It's just a J. Crew factory men's thermal shirt. So because it's just so basic, I do like selling J. Crew, especially men's stuff that's better than just like a button up or a thermal. But yeah, I did pay $3.99 for that, and it only sold for $12 plus shipping. I thought it would sell for $20 plus shipping when I bought it, but it's been listed over a year now, and it just didn't sell. And then these are some Oshkosh like railroad stripe overalls. I picked these up at a garage sale over the summer for $1, and I listed them for $17.95 free ship, and that's what they sold for. I love picking up little Oshkosh overalls for $1 or $2. They almost always sell in the $15 to $20 range, so to me that's worth it. Right, and this is just a North Face Windbreaker. I picked it up at the JBF sale last week, and I paid $5 for it. I listed it for $29.95 free ship, and it sold the same day I listed it for that price. And I debated way too long to even pick that up because it had just the tiniest little snag on the wrist. I just don't like describing flaws, so I'm glad I picked it up. That was a decent little profit, but I need to just trust my instinct and pick stuff up instead of dwelling on whether or not I should pick it up. Alright, so next up, these are some kids' Keens. I love selling kids' Keens. These ones are actually new without box. I just picked them up at Nordstrom Rack's like clearance sale the other day over, what was it, Labor Day?
Labor Day, yep.
Yeah, so I think I got like 10 or 15 pairs of these. They were all about like $9 and change each. And this is the first one to sell. It sold for $29.95 plus shipping. That's what I have them all listed for. If someone carts them or watches them, I'd probably send them $25 plus shipping, but yeah, that's what I expect to get for basically all of them. Alright, and then this is another pair of Keens, but these are used ones. These just came from a local thrift store. I think I have either $2.99 or $3.99 into them, and they sold for $19.95 plus shipping. I also just listed these within the last week, so even though winter, fall, and stuff is coming, people are apparently still buying sandals. And also buying winter jackets and stuff. So this is a Patagonia jacket. This is the first time I've sold this type. I guess it's called the R2 red fleece zip up. Yeah, I never heard of that model before. So when I bought this off Mercari for only $18, and then when I saw it, I noticed there was like an embroidered little R like on the wrist, and I thought that I thought it was like a company or the person's initial or something, so I was kind of annoyed at first until I realized that that's just that brand of Patagonia has that on there because it's called the R2 fleece. So anyhow, it finally sold. I've had it for a while now. I bought it specifically for myself, but it didn't fit well, so I just sold it. I listed it for $59.95 free ship, and that's what it sold for. So even though yeah, I bought it for myself, I still made a really good profit off of that. Sorry, I just noticed that I have an offer and I'm going to accept it. Oh, I got 2 offers.
Ooh.
On 2 different sets of shoes, but from the same person. Sorry, I'm just making sure they go through because it's a 2 really good sales. Sweet, I'll tell you guys about those at the end. But yeah, 2 pairs of shoes on Poshmark. Alright, so we had one last eBay sale this weekend. These are some men's Nike slide sandals. I think I only had about $3 into these, and they sold again in just a day or 2 of being listed for $20 plus shipping. Always pick up the slide sandals for cheap. Alright, and the rest of the sales on the desk are Poshmark. First up, these are some little baby Doc Martens. Yeah, they're like patent leather. They did have like you probably can't see that, but like a really big white smudge on them.
Like a scuff.
Yeah, like a big scuff. I did show that in pictures and everything, but they sold really fast. I just listed them a couple days ago on Poshmark for, probably listed them at 40 or 45. Someone offered me 30 and I accepted. I did have $7 into them from ThreadUp. I think they were listed at like, I know I used a coupon that day, so ThreadUp doesn't sell Doc Martens for $7. But when I looked at my receipt, it was about $7 and change that I had into them. So still a really good sale and less than a week to sell.
And honestly, that scuff will probably come off pretty easily on that, right?
I'm not sure. It's patent leather, so.
If you know what you're doing.
Yeah, maybe. I wasn't going to mess with it and like scratch them up more. Alright, these are just some little Jimbori, cute little boots. I paid $3 for these. Jimbori is not obviously an expensive brand to begin with. These probably cost not even 20 bucks new, but I listed them for 20 and I sent an offer to Likers today for 17 with discount shipping, and someone accepted. So I think I'm making like 12 or something dollars after that fee and shipping. So not huge money, but I knew that those would sell come fall, which they just sold. So that's my coffee money today. Alright, so these are some Nike just boys sneakers. These aren't in the greatest shape. They're dirty. I didn't throw them in the wash. Usually I'll throw them in the wash, but I must have been in a hurry to list these the day I got them. So I only paid $2 for these at Goodwill. They were listed at $4, but I got them on half off day. And yeah, they sold for an offer of $15, so I was happy to accept that. Just since they were kind of dirty and I didn't want to clean them. Alright, next up, this is the brand Lulu and Rue. It's similar to Childhood's. It does retail slightly less, I believe, or maybe about the same, but it doesn't resell quite as good, like quite as much as the Childhood's brand does. Anyhow, I got this off Kittizin along with a couple other Lulu and Rue pieces for my son. Like last year, he wore them all a couple times each. I just listed this a couple days ago for $40, which is the retail price, but like Childhood's, people do like certain pieces, certain colors and whatnot, so I usually list my stuff at retail if it's sold out on the website, which this color was. I got a lot of likers right away, and I sent an offer of $30 with discount shipping, and someone countered me at $20, which means I get $16. So since I only paid $13, I was happy to accept that. I'm still getting all my money back and making a couple extra bucks, so I probably could have got more if I held out, but since it was my kid's thing, I'm just happy to take the money. Right, and then these were my personal Nike shoes. They're Nike and Pendleton collaboration. I actually bought these off Poshmark like last year, and I think after, like, I paid about $49. That was with the shipping and tax and everything. So I only wore them a couple times. When I bought these, I didn't like rate the person before the 3 days. Like some days I just forget to check the mail for a few days. Anyways, so since these are like wool, there's like the little, you know, like moth hole type things. So these have a couple of those in them. So I couldn't return them at that time. Like she had them listed as excellent condition, but since I didn't rate her in the allowed time, I had to keep them. And yeah, so I wore them a couple times, but it kind of bothers me that they look like that because I'm really picky. So I just listed them for, I think I listed them for $79 just to see what offers would come in. The first offer I got was $45, so I just took it just to get as much money back right away as I could. So I'm making $36 back out of $49. That's not too bad, especially for the condition. So, all right, we're gonna wrap these up, and then we have a couple each for Mercari and Kittizin sales that we'll show you, and then I'll pull out those other 2 Poshmark sales. All right, so here were those 2 Poshmark sales. They're both Allegria Trek, TRAQ shoes. And they both sold for the same person, but separately. So this one she offered 44, I accepted, and this one she offered 64. I think because these ones I had listed as very good condition, and these ones I had listed as excellent. I don't remember what I had them listed for, but I'm pretty sure I had the excellent ones listed $20 higher, so she was probably offering a percentage off, hoping I'd accept it. Yeah, I was happy to accept both. I have about 10 or 11 into the Mary Janes, and I think 18 or 19 into those burgundy ones. Those ones came from the Dillard's discount Labor Day sale that I did, and then the Mary Jane ones just came from Goodwill. So yeah, really good sale. So 60 on those, I get 48, and I paid maybe 18, 19, so that's like a $30 profit. And then on the Mary Janes, she offered 40, so I get 32. So yeah, over a $20 profit there. So really happy with that.
So a question, this might come up, but is there any way to combine shipping on Poshmark like that?
Not when they offer separately. So
okay.
Yeah, in the beginning of my Poshmark days, somebody did that. Like, she bought something, and then like an hour or two later, before I had shipped, she offered again on something else. And I would have accepted the offer. The second offer was like low. I feel like she thought, oh, well, she accepted my first, maybe she'll accept this too, which if she would have put them together, I would have. But like, anyway, so I tried to explain it to her in a bundle, like, you know, you could put them both together, and or I can cancel the first order and then you can offer on both in a bundle. But she didn't seem to understand what I was saying. So yeah, I just never did that again. And from all the Facebook pages that I see people post that same question on, the consensus is just accept both offers, or however many offers that the people make. So it's on them if they're paying extra shipping. I was happy with the amount she offered, so yeah.
So yeah, the buyer they know what they're offering when they make the offer, so just accept. And
I've heard a lot of people say they do it on purpose. Well, some buyers will do it on purpose because if she has problem with one,
right,
she would have to return both if she bundled them. But if she has a problem with one, she bought them separate, she could just open a case on one. But Poshmark will make you return the whole bundle if you have a problem with 1 out of 10 items in it. So
all right.
Yeah. All right, so now we got some Mercari sales. This one I mentioned on Saturday in my Instagram stories. If you're not following us there at Ginger Marvin, the brand is like, I think it's called UFOS. We've sold this one other time. Both of them sold same day I listed, and both of them sold for about $30 plus shipping, I believe. So picked these up for $3.99 at a local thrift. They sold, yeah, same day I listed them. So really happy with that. $30, yeah, over $20 profit there. Definitely BOLO, even though it's not huge money. I mean, a $20 profit basically just for picking them up and buying them.
Super quick. Yep. So.
All right, and then this is a Tommy Bahama men's corduroy button down. Only reason I bought this is because it was new at Tags, and corduroy button downs are kind of popular right now. In my opinion, I don't know what other people would say, but I think that they are. So I did pay $10 for that. I listed it, I think, at 40 or 50. It was on the automatic price decrease on Mercari, and I think it was down to like 40, and then someone offered me 32, and I accepted that. So pretty quick sale. That's been listed maybe a week, so really happy with that. Another quick sale. If you guys have been watching our channel, you probably saw me sell a similar pair of these recently. I had 2 pairs, one size 1 and one size 2, so these are the size 2. I finally just got around to listing them, and they sold within like a day of being listed. I paid $1 for them. I listed them for $22, and they sold for an offer of $17. So quick and easy sale. They're stride right, but I believe they're vintage. I call them vintage. I hope they're vintage. I mean, I don't think they make these shoes anymore, so yeah. Just this style in general.
They're definitely
little baby
vintage
vintage
style,
shoes
yeah.
are popular, so I always pick them up for a couple bucks. All right, so these are some new, like Mary Jane flats. I have $4 into them. I forgot what they sold for. This was a full price sale. I've noticed I get a lot of Mercari full price shoe sales, and I think people find them on Google and then just buy them. Because a lot of the time when it is a full price shoe sale, they also have 0 feedbacks, in which case, to me, that means they just created an account to buy them, probably because they found them on Google. So
Like a guest shopper kind of thing?
yeah. I haven't had any trouble with people like saying, you know, trying to return or anything. So I don't really worry usually about the no feedback. I know we talked about that Nike sale the other day, but
Not when it's its own little red flag, but when it's combined with other,
yeah.
it just adds to the...
So yeah, this person just joined September of this year. They bought them outright at $35 plus shipping. These are under £1, so they only had to pay $5 for shipping. So they're all in about 40 bucks. And yeah, I only paid $4 for this shoe. So really good sale. I like selling this brand. It always does well for me. It's spelled A-H-N-U. I never heard of it before I started reselling. And now that I like selling shoes, if I find a new brand, I just look it up. And that was one that I found just from doing that. Nobody else told me about it. I just kind of found it through trial and error. All right, last few sales today are from Kittizin. First one is for a Facebook buyer. These are just some bobs, which is, I guess, Skechers. So those I bought for myself, but I bought them from Goodwill. I did wear them a few times. I think I paid $10 for them. They sold for $34.95 free shipping. Put them in a padded flat rate, so shipping cost me $7.75 through the Kittizin app. So I'm still about doubling my money, even though I bought them for myself. So happy with that. The next couple sales are some really old items. Actually, almost all the rest of the items are really old. Happy to see go items. So this is a Tampa Bay Buccaneers, just a women's t-shirt. I bought this in a garage sale full bag, so I have about 30 cents into it. It's been listed well over a year, probably 2 years at this point. Listed it for $18. Someone bought it with my 10% off one shop discount, so they paid $16.20 with free shipping. So yeah, shipping was only $3.85. It's a very lightweight item. Sorry, I just noticed the time and we got to grab our son, so I'll run through the last couple. This is another item that took forever to sell. It's just Carter's brand. I don't usually pick up Carter's, but I thought this was a cute little Sherpa vest, and I was so sure it would sell, but it's been listed over a year now, and it finally just sold for $10 with free shipping. I did only have $1 into it, but still not worth it, so happy to see that go. And then this last sale is a 5-item bundle. So my total that I paid for all 5 items is $7. So I have $1 into each of these 4, and then this I bought at Marshall's retail arbitrage just like last week for $4. So this is just a Vanilla Star corduroy like jumper dress. I picked this up purely based on style. Vanilla Star is not a brand that I would recommend picking up, but sometimes style will sell an item. I had this in 2 sizes, and it's been getting likes and carts like crazy on all platforms. So people did definitely like that dress. I have another one in a size 8. That one was a size 7. This is the brand Oily. Actually, I have no idea how you say that. That's how I say it in my head. This is probably the first time I said it out loud. It's O-I-L-I-L-Y. It retails for a ton of money, but the resale, I don't know. I think this is only the second piece I've ever sold of it. Others have told me it takes a while to sell, and you don't get close to anywhere near retail. But I think I listed it for like 18. I listed it for 15 just because, I don't know. I only paid $1 for it, and I kind of wanted it to sell fast. So listed it for 15. Then this is just a Gap long sleeve shirt. That was my son's, but it came from Once Upon a Child when they had their dollar sale. And then this is a Cat and Jack, just like terry cloth shirt, and then some Baby Gap terry cloth shorts. So I'm really happy. All of these 3 items went to JBF and came back, so I'm really happy that these finally sold. And yeah, the full bundle sold for $48 with free shipping. I probably could have managed to shove these all in a padded flat rate if I wanted to, but since we already pre-packaged, I tried to kind of slide them in and it wasn't doing it. So I would have had to take them all out of the plastics, roll them all up, and I just didn't want to do that. So I paid the extra $2 for the 2-pound label, and that cost me $10.50. So after shipping and fees, I'm getting back $32.50 on what I spent $7 on. So pretty decent sale there.
All right, that is going to do it. And like Kathy did say, we lost track of time and we got to go pick up our kid from school. So we are going to go ahead and pack these up and get them off at the post office. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. If you do like watching videos like this, we do what solds all the time. Haul videos, all kinds of videos about reseller content. So definitely hit that subscribe button if this is the thing you're into. So we're going to call it a day, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.